buddy. It's the Vino show. He's not a happy boy. Say hi. It's the Vino show. Can you tell I'm using my cat as blatant clickbait? Hi. Welcome to today's vlog. My name's Megan. This is Everything Lit. Alright, what's up? So it is August 1st. It is the evening, and it is the first day of the Aurelium Magical Readathon. So I have been participating in this readathon for years, back when it was associated with the fandom, which we will not talk about. But now, G from Book Roast has created an entirely new world. It's so incredible, and I'm very excited. I didn't film a TBR because I'm new to this game, whatever, but apparently I want to try vlogs. That sounds like a good recipe. I'm just winging it. So real quick update on day one. I'm a little annoyed with myself because I didn't finish all my books from July. So I have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston hanging on. And spoiler alert for the July wrap up, I'm not having a fun fresh time. We'll just say that. She's one of my favorite authors, but woof. Okay, so for the actual readathon, I want to be an illusionist rogue, which means I have to read 5 books minimum. I have to complete an O for psionic and divination, an O in shapeshifting. I'm looking down at my notebook where I took notes. And, excuse me, Art of Illusion, I have to get a D. I have to get the D. You know, Art of Illusion. Isn't that right, Vino? Look at this boy. Always here with me. His name's Vino. I forgot to say it in the last video. So once again, if you hear crying, it's him, because I stopped petting him, and that's why he cries. The first actual book I'm reading for the readathon is for the outstanding, the O, in psionic and divination, and I don't remember the prompt. I think it's just Time Travel Theory 1. So I'm gonna read Just One Damned Thing After Another by Jodi Taylor. This is about someone who joins a institution, not that kind of institution. They're a time travel institute and they do historical research, and it is the Chronicles of St. Mary's series. And one of the reasons I want to read this book is because I have been writing a book that involves time travel, so I'm very interested in how other writers do it. I have an entire shelf of time travel books, which I might show you. So I'm reading this for the, like the why. Why are they time traveling? How are they time traveling? And already, I'm only 18 pages in, but in the first chapter, they have answered the question of how does the present change based on when you go back in time, right? Because if you go back in time, what are you going to change? Is it the butterfly theory where like you step on a butterfly and 50 years in the future the president was assassinated and now we live in a hellscape, #too real. But this chapter 1, it was just like capital H history will protect itself, basically, and it will kill the intruder. Like history is a body and the time traveler is a virus who would get ousted. So that's really interesting, and I really am only 18 pages in. I read it on lunch today. That's the first book I'm going to be reading. I will keep you updated and see how it goes. Hello, it is Tuesday. What's good? I'm just getting home from work, and the goals for tonight are write, because I'm working on a short story for a contest. I'm not gonna win, but gotta try. So short story for contest, work on my fan fiction, and read. Those are the goals. I need to talk to my mom. I need to cook dinner and do, like, you know, human things like shower. But the goals are writing and reading. And we'll see how many of those I get done. I'm not getting anything accomplished yet because I walk in and this is how my day home from work starts. This little girl, Diva, needs to be on my shoulder. And I'm gonna regret this because I'm wearing a white shirt and she has black fur, as you can tell. Say hi, Diva. Oh, she says no. Don't lick my ear. Update, it is still Tuesday. It is 12:30, so I guess technically it's Wednesday now, but I just finished The Dead Romantics, which isn't even for the magical readathon, RIP, and big yikes. I'll talk about it in my July wrap up, but not a good time for me. Disappointing. And then I listened to a little bit of the audiobook of Just One Damn Thing After Another by Jodi Taylor at work, and I'm liking it. I think I would prefer reading it. I don't process things as well when I'm listening to them. So usually I like lighter reads or easier things to like comprehend, and I think it's funny and it is easy to comprehend, but some of the like historical stuff, and I don't know, I think I'd prefer to read it physically, so I might have to find a different audiobook. But that is today's update. Oh, my goals. So I wanted to write, I wanted to read, and I wanted to do something else. Shower? I don't remember. I did write a little bit, but not the short story I was supposed to write. Whoops. And I did read, but not for Magical Readathon, so RIP. Probably accomplished, we'll say 1.5 of the goals. That's fine. And tomorrow is a new day. See you then. Hello, new angle. We're trying out new things all the time. It's Wednesday. If I took any B-roll footage, you'll have seen that I got KFC and watched Xenon. So Wednesday is movie night with my roommate, and it was my turn to pick, and I was feeling those nostalgia vibes. So we watched Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, and I'm gonna be talking like that for the rest of the week, like Zetus Lapidus, and this book is like major alpha. I don't think that makes sense, but update on Just One Damn Thing After Another. I am 100 pages in, and according to the audiobook, that's about 30% of the way. Yeah, because it's about 300 pages. And I'm really liking it. The characters are good. There's like a a little hint of romance. There's time travel, which we love to see. Definitely going to read the rest of the series. I wrote. We should talk about the writing because I had a brain blast today, and that short story is coming along. Very exciting. Maybe one of these days I'll show the Excel sheet I use to keep track of my writing because I like numbers. I like keeping track of that stuff. I'm very tired. Ready for bed. Ignore the extra mattress in the corner. I'm working on it. Just ignore that. I'll just awkwardly stand like this. No. All right, well, that's Wednesday's update. I will see you tomorrow. Hello. My hand looks giant. Perspective, baby. So, I'm Megan. You've been watching this vlog the whole way through. I don't know why I just introduced myself again. It is Thursday in the evening because I am a tired girl. I came home and took a nap, and then I wrote, which I may or may not use the B-roll I used. It's a lot of like, you know, some double chin and typing. I work in the dark. My family jokes that I'm a vampire or just a cave dweller because I sit in the dark. These bright lights, this is not me. I thought I'd talk about why I want to even do a YouTube channel. Because I did it in 2016 a bit, and then very quickly like lost interest, couldn't keep it up because of schoolwork and teaching and all of that stuff. So I guess what I really am doing this for is just as a creative outlet. And one of my friends asked me like, who's your audience? And I was like, book people, people who watch YouTube, because I haven't really thought of this from like a marketing perspective or gaining followers or whatever. You know, whatever happens. I'm really just here to, I guess I would like to build a community of people who read the same books as me and get recommendations and such, and sort of be part of the booktube conversation. But isn't that what everyone wants? But really it's a new creative outlet, because I've been writing like my whole life at this point, you know, little stories since I was 5, grad school for creative writing, like all that stuff. And I make myself write every day. Like that's one of my goals for 2022 is to write every single day, even if it's only 100 words or so, because 100 words is more than I had yesterday. But that makes it much more like a job and something I do because I have to, and not necessarily because I want to or because I love it. And while I do love it, and most of the time I enjoy it, once I get into the flow, into the right headspace, I've been feeling very drained lately. So this is like a new creative outlet and learning a new skill, you know? Like that's how we grow. We learn new things. So that's why I'm doing this. Let's talk about the book that I'm reading, because I'm only reading one right now, and that is still just one damn thing after another. I have liked it so far. There's a lot, I don't know how to explain it. It's very like comfy, cozy, like British humor, and the narrative style is super engaging. It's very voicey, if you know what that means. The character has like a very distinctive voice, and it's like a 13-book series. Like I don't know what I'm getting into. Like her world is populated with like the chief and her partner, and it starts with her joining the institute and like going through the training program. And where I am, I'm still about 100 pages in, maybe 120. Wow, I read 20 whole pages on lunch. Where I am now, she and her partner are getting their like first big assignment. I think something's gonna go wrong, but that's just me theorizing. It's really just her adventures going back in time. And the part that I just read, there was a complication. Like things are not what they seem. I don't want to spoil anything, but one of the characters who we've met tells us his past, and it's very good. It's really helping with my time travel research for my book. It talks about history with a capital H, and it is like a beast, its own like entity that wants to like keep the timeline in order. It's not going to let these time travelers mess up important things in history, capital H, which is interesting. And then they just sort of like gloss over it or keep going. So it makes the timeline stable. It's not like a Back to the Future. Everything you do in the past can potentially change the future. And that also makes it very dangerous to time travel, which is like, the stakes have been set. It is dangerous to do this job because capital H history will stop you at any cost from changing the way things should be. So that's really interesting because that's the big complication when you're writing a time travel story, is how does going to the past affect their future or affect the present? Because if the past changes and that changes the present, how do you illustrate that, especially in a book, in the written word, whereas with film you can, you know, change the lighting, change the design, change the way the city looks. There are a lot of different ways to indicate how things have changed, and I think with writing you can do the same thing and like say all the architecture changed, or like the feeling of the place is different, but I think it's a lot more subtle. Maybe that's just me, and I'm not a super visual reader. Like I don't always see things in my head quite the same as other people. And then not only showing how things have changed, but like how have things changed? What impacted what to make this world now darker or brighter or happier, or, you know, the political climate totally different? Like what did they do? What was the impact? And you can, but it's hard to write a story with an ever-shifting like present, with an ever-shifting landscape. It could feel uneven in tone, it could be confusing for the reader, it could give you whiplash. So I feel like, especially in the story that I want to write, you can't just change the present all the time. You can't have like shifting sands. You have to have a steady present that the reader and the characters can live in, while also like going backwards or even going forwards to the future. Like how does that affect their present as well? So a little rant on time travel physics. Stick around for my ghost rules, which I will talk about someday. But it's all about your world building, right? So I'm hoping to read more time travel books. There's B-roll on my shelf. It's that shelf right there. That's my time travel shelf. Not just time travel, it's like that book that I'm working on. That's my research shelf for that book. Oh, I thought of a plan for the magical readathon. So my plan was to just like read as many books as possible, read quickly. So I have the audiobook of this and I'm reading it physically. And so I listen to the audio at work and then read when I can. But for this book specifically, the narrator for the audiobook is great. I do enjoy it, but I said before, it's something that takes concentration, especially the fact that I am reading this for research essentially. So I like to think about it and like take in the way this is written, and not just listen to it. So I think what I'm gonna do is for the actual prompts for Magical Readathon, I'll try to read the books physically, but I could listen to an audiobook for one of the quests, one of the like side quests, and so that way I'm not like stuck, because obviously I can't progress to the second level of, is this for psionics and divination? Yeah, I can't progress to like the next level of a class or a prompt without finishing like O. I can't read the book for prompt D until I read prompt O. So I feel like I could get stuck if a book is taking too long. But the quests you can do in any order. So I think what I'll do is I'll find an audiobook tomorrow for the quest, one of the quests that I want to do, and then I will just stick to reading physically for some of the books. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I will see you tomorrow. Update you then if I have picked up a new audiobook. Hello, it's Saturday. Hopefully there isn't any ambient noise in this clip because I turned off my air conditioner. So I'm very sweaty because it's like 90 degrees here today. So let's do this clip quickly. Behind me, if you see a little creature moving, oh, there's Vino. Whiskey's in here too, that's his brother. So if they're fighting in the background, we're gonna be mad about it. Oh, there's two tails, you can see them. Whiskey. There he is. So, let's talk. It's Saturday. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. I didn't get up until noon today. It was fantastic because exhausted. So let's talk updates. I am still working my way through just one damn thing after another. I didn't read much yesterday. I think I read about 10 pages. So not many new updates there. Just slowly making my way through. I am enjoying it, but I'm not listening to the audiobook anymore. So I started a new audiobook. Okay, so the audiobook that I started is These Vicious Masks, which I do have the physical copy, but the reason I got the audiobook is because this is on my like unhaul list. So if I don't read it by the end of the year, I'm getting rid of it. And I may get rid of it even if I do read it, but I figured that's easier. Like, I'll just listen to it at work, and if it's good, it's good, and if it's not, well, I'm getting rid of it anyway. And These Vicious Masks, it can fit into a couple different quests. I'm thinking either historical fiction is one of the prompts. I'm thinking I might post an outfit inspired by it on social media. So that is one of the prompts. And I think those are the only two prompts that it fits with. It could have a morally gray character. I would have to read it to find out though. So we'll see. I am like 14% into it, and This Vicious Masks is about a girl in 1882 London who wishes she was on a trip with her best friend to see the world. She is upset with the trappings of her life, you know, ballrooms and all of that, blah de blah. I think this was published in like 2017. It is YA. So it has those vibes, you know. It was 2016. Dang, I'm good. So it has those 2016, like, I'm a Victorian girl and I'm unhappy with the life that I lead because it is not mentally stimulating. And like, that's fair, I get it, but I've read it before. And so her and her sister are at this ball and they meet these dudes. This one is like super strong, and this other is like a society man. It was his ball that he was throwing. Next day, her sister disappears. And supposedly her sister went to help the like strong man because his sister's sick. But the main character, Evelyn, thinks the society man had something to do with it because the society man and the strong man, of course I don't remember any names, they had some sort of argument the night before that Evelyn witnessed. The society man also thinks that Rose has like healing powers and that the main character has powers. Something did happen. He like touched her arm and she glowed, ? But I don't know if that was like she felt like she was glowing, like blush, or if like she actually was literally glowing because she has powers. There is a magical element to this, but I don't know if that takes away from the historical fiction. Like, it's my prompt, I can do what I want. So if I count this as historical fiction, it takes place in a historical time period that is not our own, so it counts. I don't think I said who it's by, so it's by Taryn Schenker and Kelly Zekas. And it is a trilogy. I have this book and I have the second book. I never bought the third because I hadn't read the first and second, because that's what smart people do, right? That's definitely something I do with every series, right? So I'm enjoying it. I will listen to it and finish it, and I'll keep you updated on what I think. I did get a package yesterday that I did not open yesterday because I was tired. But Barnes & Noble had a sale in January and then again in April where you could get 25% off all your pre-orders. So yeah, I did that, which means I pre-ordered books that were coming out from like February of this year until February of next year. So every now and then I get a package. It's very exciting. Oh, and these are good ones. So the books that I got are Husband Material by Alexis Hall. This is the sequel to Boyfriend Material, and I have really complicated feelings about Boyfriend Material. I think it was not as good as everyone said it was, but there were still good parts, and I'm curious as to how their story continues, especially the way Boyfriend Material ended. So I may not like this. I may get rid of both of them. Who knows? But I spent money on it because I'm the worst. The other book I got is Just Another Love Song by Carrie Winfrey. And I love this author. She wrote Waiting for Tom Hanks and Not Like the Movies, which are probably two of my favorite romances and helped me get like into the romance genre. And this is a second chance love story between like high school sweethearts, and they had plans to like move away and like do music. And he actually did move away after they broke up and did music, got famous, and now he's back 15 years later in the small town that she never left. So I'm thinking small town vibes, second chance romance, maybe a little bit of like famous person falling in love with normal person. It sounds super cute. I trust this author with my life, and I would read anything she writes. Have I read Very Sincerely Yours, her book from last year yet? No, I have not, but I will someday because I love her. Okay, and my final update for the moment is I'm making my way through Just One Damn Thing After Another, but I think I want to start a new book today for the next prompt. So I am going to read a book for Shapeshifting O, which is Wings on the Cover. And I have two choices for this one. I haven't fully decided which one to read. I might do try a chapter tag and read the first chapter of each and then pick from there. But the two I'm deciding between are The Love Con by Ceresia Glass. And the wings on the cover are like her little headband. It has wings. That counts. And this is like Friends to Lovers. There's a reality series about cosplay and like nerdery, and I think it is fake dating. Yeah, Kenya and Cam fake it for this TV show, and then they really fall in love. I love fake dating. I'm not a huge fan of Friends to Lovers, but combined with the fake dating, it could be really good. So this is one of the choices, and this is actually the one that I'm thinking that I will choose because it's shorter than my other choice, and romance is a quick read, and I've had this book longer, so this might be the one. The other choice, what are you boys doing? Vino is not happy that Whiskey's up here because like Vino is the only cat allowed in my bedroom. Whiskey is allowed up on special occasions or just like when he makes it in here before I can get the door shut. And Vino is not happy about it. He's like, this is my room, and Whiskey shouldn't be allowed up here, even though they're brothers. Drama. Don't be mean. So for the feather, or wings on the cover prompt, hey! Did you guys hear that meep? Vino! Stop bullying. Children, am I right? So the other book for the wings on the cover prompt, I might read Six Crimson Cranes. I actually just got this last Friday. Yeah, last Friday. I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the paperback because I'm a paperback girl. And wings on the cover, it's pretty obvious. And this is by Elizabeth Lim. It is fantasy. This girl is a princess and she has magic. Something goes wrong at her betrothal ceremony, at her wedding, ? And a sorceress like turns her brothers into cranes. I don't know much about it. I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard, you know, it's really great. And the sequel is coming out. I think it's called The Dragon's Promise, and I think that's set in the same world. Obviously, I'm waiting for the paperback of that because they have to match now. But this is my other choice. It is YA and it is fantasy, so it could read really fast, but it is like 100 pages more than the romance. 100 pages longer. So I'm leaning toward the romance. We'll see what I pick. Other things I have to do today. I have to return some clothes to Torrid. They didn't quite fit. They weren't what I was expecting. Ordered them online. So I'm going to run some errands. The Torrid that I go to is right next to a Bath & Body Works. So I might buy some candles because their fall scents are out and I'm trash for Bath & Body Works candles. I'm trash for almost any fall candles, but I'm specifically trash for Bath & Body Works. Hello, what's up? It is Monday, actually, because I did not film a clip yesterday. Whoopsie doodle. But just here to close out the vlog. What did I do this week? I am like 20 pages from the end of Just One Damn Thing After Another. So I'll finish that tonight. It's gonna be a 5-star. I love it. It moves pretty fast and the pacing I think is kind of uneven, but really enjoyable, really funny. Also, if you see my hands just going around, there's a Vino. There's a Vino around here. I finished Just One Damn Thing After Another. I finished These Vicious Masks today. I gave it 3 stars. I listened to the audiobook at work. It's okay. It's very 2016 YA. It's got a love triangle. It's got superpowers in Victorian London, and the note that it left off on did lend itself to the sequel. So it is a trilogy. I do have the second book. I probably won't read it because I didn't care that much, but you never know. I might read it. I might just listen to it on audio at work real quick. But the third book isn't on audio at my library, so maybe I won't, because then if I read the second, I have to read the third, right? Saturday, you'll have seen some B-roll. I did go to not Barnes & Noble. I went to Bath & Body Works and I got so many candles. Sweet cinnamon plum. Smells very cinnamony, very plummy, very delicious. I got good old Harvest Gathering, which smells like fall. It just smells like an apple orchard. I basically stocked up on like your classic fall scents. This one's new, spiced pumpkin and patchouli, which is so good. It's like pumpkin-y, but like richer. That's the patchouli. And of course, good old pumpkin apple, a classic. They bring it back every year. My friends and I like to call it papple because that sounds obnoxious. I got a good old papple. And finally, the pièce de résistance is Spooky Cider Lane. My best friend and I love Cider Lane. I actually got one for her too. But this is a spooky one, which means the lid is dope as heck. I'm keeping this forever. But it's also Cider Lane, so it just smells like apples and trees in fall, but spooky. I love it. Like, look at how cool that is. And it's glittery, and yeah, you can see some of the glitter in there. And it's black. Like, what a bomb-ass candle. I'm trash for Bath & Body Works. That's my little haul. I don't know if I'll be doing a week 2 vlog because I'm new to this and it's a lot of work. And I have my July wrap-up that I need to edit. So I might do a week 1 and a week 3 vlog. Or maybe I'll just vlog the final week. Who knows? It's a good experiment and I had fun doing it. I feel like it's just me talking at exactly this angle though. The next book I'm gonna read is, I think it's gonna be The Love Con, but I do have the audiobook from my library now of 6 Crimson Cranes, so I could probably read this faster than The Love Con because I could listen to it at work. So I guess we'll find out what I choose. It's probably The Love Con. And if you have any time travel book recommendations, let me know, because I'm always on the hunt. I got my whole shelf back there. I will not read Outlander though, because it's a little too long. So thanks for watching. If you found any of this interesting, subscribe. Have a great evening. And what's today, Monday? I don't know. Have a great week whenever you're watching this. Bye.